Welcome to our daily Bible devotions. Last week, when we were talking about the moral arguments, we talked about, on the last day, we talked about some objections to the moral argument. And this week, we're going to devote the whole week to talk about handling objections. Why is handling objection important? First, if you remember from the very beginning of this course, we talked about logic, identifying logical fallacies, creating an argument, supporting our premises, making sure that we're not going to hasty generalizations or hasty conclusions. All those things that we're doing, we're trying to make sure that what we believe is the truth. And we want to sort out the truth from the plethora of ideas, worldviews that we're dealing with, especially in our current culture with modern technology, with globalization. We are bombarded with so many ideas, and what we need to do is to learn how to filter out the truth from the rest, how we need to filter out the good from everything else. We need to have that system of filtering, of sorting out which one is real, which one is not, which one is true, which one is not. And one of the skills that would equip us in doing that is to learn how to handle objections. Now, objections, they sound harsh, okay? But they're not. In the same way that arguments may sound harsh, but it's not supposed to be. It's not. We have learned that arguments are just formal ways of introducing support for what we believe. And if that's how we handle discussions, if we want to have intellectual discussions about the truth, we need to deal with arguments and objections to arguments. Now, as we handle objections, we need to remember that handling objection is important because we need to sort out the truth. Okay? For example, objections are typical in a courtroom. A courtroom is concerned with the truth. And that's why they deal with objections. They welcome objections and they examine objections. Now, if our attitude is we shun objections, we stop people from objecting our ideas, then that means we're not concerned with the truth. We're not interested with the truth. But we are, and we should be interested with the truth. We want to find out the truth. That's a scientific skill. We are curious. We are curious about reality. We are curious about the truth. And for us to know that, the system is to welcome ideas and to test them. Welcome objections and to test them. Now, in a courtroom, you handle objections because you are interested with the truth. So that's one principle that I want you to carry on today. Objections and testing them, welcoming them, it's important in finding out the truth. And that's why it is welcomed and tested in courtrooms. Second, all truth requires judgment. Judgment of what? You need to judge which one is the truth and you need to judge which one is not. Because if you want to do away with judgments, if you want to do away with objections and arguments, then that means you have to do away with the truth as well. Because if you will just consider everything as just opinions, then you're not interested with facts. If you say that, oh, let the person be because that's what he believes. Let the person be because what? Okay, yes, let's let the person handle or hold on to his or her belief. That's okay. But that means we're not interested with the truth. If you're interested with the truth, you have to listen to the person's belief. You have to listen to another belief. You have to listen to them and test them. And then allow them to have their arguments and allow them to have their objections with one another. In that way, you can filter out and sort out the truth. You can pick the truth from everything else. You can filter out the facts from opinions. And that's what we do because we are in school, because we're doing this methodically, systematically, and logically.